Who a live edition of the Good Guys podcast. My name is Brandon Dixon. I am a happily married man and a humble father of four. And as always, I am joined by none other than the Honorable, the Reverend. I'm not sure if I can still call him Slim Rev, aka Joshua Azzy.
What's good, BD?
Hey man, we're here. All right, we're a little late.
Yeah.
Okay, but we're here, and that's what
we're,
matters.
We're family men.
There you go. I had to put the kids to bed. I mean, what do you want me to do? JE, you have to do whatever it is. You don't have to expect.
Nephew had practice,
there you go.
man.
There you go.
30 minutes away from where we stay.
Well, there you have it.
Yeah, man. Nephew, right. Family first, y'all.
That's right. We practice what we preach. All right. We're family men. We have responsibilities. We have obligations, but we do the best we can. We're here. Better late than never. But as the great psalmist Drake said, never late is better. So we'll do better next week.
Yeah. Whatever that meant, bro.
Better late than never, but never late is better.
All right, man.
We've got a great show today. All right. Got a great show. JE, how you holding up over there?
Man, I'm holding up good, man. I lost 8 pounds.
Lost 8 pounds?
Yeah, I told you. That vacation weight really added some weight to me, bro. But I lost 8 pounds. I'm on my way back into the 50s. I'm mid 60s right now, about low to mid 60s, man. 260s.
Yeah, we got to take away the Slim Rev. You're the Rev right now.
Nah. Slimming down, Rev.
Mm-hmm.
Slimming Rev.
You're Rev. Well, when you get back in the 50s, we'll give you Slim Rev back.
Bruh, look at me.
I'm not saying you chunky. I'm just saying, like, I got to dangle a carrot in front of you. I want you to get back into the 50s. So I will not call you Slim Rev until you get back in the 50s.
Bruh, once you call Slim Rev, you're always Slim Rev until you look like you're not slim.
Hey, look, man, accountability. Okay. Accountability. But yeah, we've got a great show today. If you have not done so already, okay, definitely make sure that you hit that subscribe button. If you're watching this live and you're not subscribed to the Good Guys podcast, I don't know why. It's beyond me. But yeah, hit that subscribe button, hit the bell so that you get post notifications so that you know when we go live. Because as you can see tonight, sometimes it might be, slightly after 9 p.m. Eastern time. But if you've got that bell selected, you'll know exactly when we go live so that you can tune in to the live broadcast. Okay. Smash that like button if you are enjoying the video, if it's providing entertainment for you, if it's adding any kind of value to your life, smash that like button. That's all we ask. We don't ask, we don't ask monetary commitment. We don't ask a tithe or an offering or anything like that. It's not a ministry. All we ask is that you smash that like button, and all we ask is that you hit the subscribe button if you haven't done so already. Okay. If you're live, make sure you hop in the comments over there, interact with us. If you're watching this tomorrow or the next day or whenever it is, make sure you hop in the comments and interact there. Okay. JE, what you got going on this week?
Man, just nothing but live videos, man. It's transition time, bro. It's about time to get back into work.
Okay. I hear you. I feel you.
What about yourself, man? Y'all got any video? Well, yeah, y'all do got some videos, man.
Yeah, the BNB family, we trying to grow over here. So we got some videos out. Definitely check those out. We did one last week. It was the spicy versus the extremely spicy
that was good.
Challenge.
That was good. Your wife won.
No. Okay. It was Team BD. All right.
No,
Team BD won.
It was Team BD. Yeah. Blythe Dixon.
No, not at all. But yeah, check those out, man. We're just having a good time, trying to entertain you guys. So, me and my wife are doing some videos, doing some stuff with the family over at the BNB family. Check that out. Hit the subscribe button if you enjoy the content over there. I should have uploaded the thumbnail, but I didn't. But it's okay. Just type in the BNB family and check out our content. All right. Check out Josh's content as well. And yeah, I think that's all the housekeeping we have for this week. We're going to go ahead and get into the podcast as we typically do with the weekly airing of grievances. J.E., I've been told that you have a grievance to make. It's not every day that Joshua Ezzy, has a grievance. Normally it's me griping and complaining about the happenings of life on a weekly basis. But today, the Reverend has a gripe. I'm going to give you the floor, J.E.
My brother, these last 4 to 5 months have been good. They've been great accountability months. This week is when I transition from remote and summer break to being back in the streets. I'm scared, man.
What did it? Explain.
For the last 3 to 4 months, man, I haven't had Bojangles. Maybe 5 months. For the last 4.5 months, I haven't had those seasoned fries. I haven't had those perfectly spicy chicken breast thighs. I haven't had, man, some good Bojangles. Why, BD? Why haven't I had Bojangles?
That's a good question. Why?
Because I've been home. See, it all started back in March. I think I learned of the news with the box of Bojangles in my lap. When I heard that, it was like, yo, this is the last week for us at the school. You're going to have to be working from home. I said, okay. And as I drove home, I was like, man, I'm leaving the hood. And y'all know my stance about hood Bojangles.
You got to go to the hood.
Especially when the hood receives you as their own. Especially when the ladies that work at Bojangles know you. See, there's nothing like when you're a part of the community. When their kids go to your school. Do you know how many extra pieces of chicken I got because they know me? How many, when they know, hey, is my son at ISS again? Yes, ma'am, your son's in ISS again. But because of me, he wasn't OSS. I looked out for little man. So she was like, you know what? Thank you, because I work and no one's going to be able to watch little man. So thank you for making sure you spoke on behalf of my son to make sure he didn't have OSS. He has ISS. And so moms look at me and I get and you know how it is. See, me and BD are elite and experts when it comes to knowing if you got extra. When they pass the box of chicken to you and the thing can't even close and that thing got some weight to it, I don't even got to look. I just do this.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
No, she says, no, Mr. Ezzy, thank you.
Oh, yeah.
And I open that box, man, and I see 2 breasts and a thigh and a large, the picnic size fries. I'm like, I don't know if this is a blessing or not. Sometimes when the favor of God, the Bible says he'll surround you with favor like a shield.
Right.
And I think some of the favor is just because of the shield. I don't think God be blessing me with these extra. I'm like, because it's not good for my health. This can't be a blessing. But I receive it as it is. I'm like, God, hey, this is manna. I receive it as manna, Lord.
Okay.
So my errand of grievance, BD, is I'm back in these streets. I just got an email a few days ago saying that they want all employees to still come into the building.
Yeah.
No more remote teaching for the boy.
Wow.
So every day I got to pass that Bojangles. That's why I'm like, I got to talk to my wife. We got to have a family meeting.
Yeah. Got to huddle up.
We got to plan out the next month of lunches. I got to make sure that I have a granola bar and some almonds in the glove compartment. I got to make sure that I have at least 2 peanut butter and jelly sandwiches and leftovers. See, the issue with me, BD, is when you dealing with kids or when you dealing with walking around and stuff like that, I usually eat my lunch around 10 o'clock.
What? That's
School starts at 7:30. I'm at work at 7. So when you got kids falling on the ground, don't want to go to class, and you got to do all this emotional intelligence and talking them through their pains and quote unquote bringing them to ISS room, and then you have to walk them to class, and then you got to check every classroom to check on your 17, 18 high flyers. You're hungry by 10, bruh.
Okay.
So I'm smashing my food at 10 because the typical day for me, and it won't be like that because there won't be no kids there. But a typical day for me, BD, is you check on your high flies, you check on your mid flies. High flies are kids that are just kids that's just they're bad. Okay.
They call them high flyers?
High flyers, man. See, I do a double entendre. When I call them high flyers, we fly high. Okay. Because I don't want them to feel y'all high flyers, y'all means y'all on our radar. You always in trouble. You need a father figure. So that's what I'm there for.
I like the way that they did that. You know, they put a positive connotation on it.
No.
If you didn't know any better,
I put.
Oh, you did that.
I did that. BD, come on, man.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what we need in the schools, right there, JE.
Yeah, I'm working on some materials right now to make sure these kids understand self-love and understand. Hey, man, you don't got to be acting crazy in the classroom, flipping desks and stuff, and talking and bringing stuff to school. You don't got to do that. All they need is some male figures there. So I said, no, we fly high. Yeah, you on people's radars, but be on their radar for a good reason.
Now, let's make sure that they don't take that a different way, because they could be talking about flying high, and that there's a different kind of high that we don't want them to be.
Yeah,
So.
I can't control what you do outside of my 8 hours under my jurisdiction and supervision.
Okay.
Because these kids are smoking. Okay, but let's keep it. When sorry, it's life. You know what I'm saying? These are the type of kids I deal with. You know,
I was not ready for that.
Yeah, I visit these kids' homes, bro. I know what's going on when I walk in. Before I get to the front porch, I'm feeling high. Okay, you know what I'm saying? And when the kids come out of the cars and come into school, they smell like weed. That's the neighborhood I serve. Yeah. And that's why, bro, about time 10 o'clock comes, I done smashed my entire lunch and snack. So about time, the second wave, see the first wave, I have about a good 20 to 30, 40-minute window where it's peace. Mm-hmm. And then when they feed these kids these chocolate milks and strawberry milks, and these kids and these parents have the nerve to give these kids money without accountability, and they buying 5 or 6 cookies and 4 or 5 ice creams, then the second wave comes in.
Okay.
I need Bojangles then, bro.
Wait, whoa, time out. That wasn't your lunch?
No, my lunch is what I brought to the school.
Oh, so you smashed your lunch. And
I smashed my lunch, and now
as well.
Yes.
In addition to the
yes.
lunch day. Do you normally have breakfast?
No, don't have breakfast.
Oh, okay. All right.
So those are typically the only 2 meals. Now, most of the time, it just depends, bro. That's why I can't taste it. I can't go to Bojangles. I can't taste it. Because my downfall was for the first month and a half, I was doing good.
Okay.
I went this way to work. Mm-hmm. Versus going the way where you pass the Bojangles.
Okay.
But bruh, it was when my coworker and I, we went to do home visits, and she had the nerve to be like, Mr. Ezzy, we're going to Bojangles. I said, no. She's like, no, Mr. Ezzy, thank you for coming with us. We're going to go by Bojangles. I said, okay. And the same lady whose kid was in ISS the day before, Mr. Ezzy, I got him. I said, no, I don't need to be blessed right now. Don't bless me. Bro, I got my box, bro. I knew it was over. There's no way, bro. They engineer these foods that the moment they touch your taste buds, bro, it's a wrap. So that's why I got to get into meal prepping, and maybe it will be better because the kids won't be coming in to about October or possibly January. So maybe I would be all right. It's these teachers, bro. They be the ones talking about, Mr. Ezzy, I brought you a Cajun filet biscuit. I said, I didn't tell you to do that. That was the devil talking to you.
Right.
I hate it when they got deals at Bojangles and people think about you because you looked out and you did things to help the body, the student body. And especially when they got the 2 for $5 Cajun filet biscuits. Bruh, don't bless me. And so I'm just, my errand of grievance is that I believe and I pray that the Holy Spirit, man, will guide me and carry me because I've been doing good. That's why Mr. Ezzy, Coach Josh has been Slim Rev. You can't see that chicken right there. You see it on the screen.
Looks good.
I heard Popeyes came out with this honey hot chicken, bro. Have you tried that?
Oh gosh, no, I haven't heard of that, and I really wish you hadn't told me.
Man, I'm just glad they in the Bojangles close by. I mean, Popeyes. Well, there's a oh man.
Honey, wait a minute.
Honey hot, bro. They got the honey and the hot.
I shouldn't be doing this. But
hey, I'm about to look at it, bro. Let's look it up. Honey hot Popeyes, bro. I taught my. You see it, bro?
Wait, hold up. Popeye's hot honey sauce is back, and this time it's drizzled on the classic bone-in chicken. Oh my goodness. Popeyes has a hot honey chicken box deal for just $5. That is spicy and sweet. Oh my goodness.
Wow. See what I'm saying?
That's
pray for the good guys, bro.
We're trying, guys.
It's tough out here, man.
Man.
It's tough.
Yeah, man. I feel you, J.E. Like,
yeah.
You know, we try to do, you know, we try to do the right thing. We try to be generally healthy. We try to, you know, work out, you know, stay relatively fit. But why is it that it's so difficult, and especially like when, you know, when you got a job, it's like when you trying to do right, like especially when you're trying to do right, like when you know you fasting or you're on a diet or whatever the case may be, that's when that outside vendor provides lunch for the whole department.
It never fails.
It never fails. That's when they decide to have a potluck and everybody's bringing in food, you know, from different restaurants and stuff.
You know what my problem is, BD?
What's that?
When they want to buy a bunch of Papa John's pieces.
Just pizzas, just stacks of pizzas. What am I supposed to do with that? I bought a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. You think I'm gonna eat a peanut butter and jelly sandwich when there's all these pizzas over here?
Bruh, I'm still smashing the peanut butter and jelly sandwich. That's dessert. Bruh, what I hate about my job is there's only 3 or 4 men that work at my school. Okay. Every month they celebrate all the birthdays for that month. And you know what they bring into the office?
Bunch of food.
No. Yeah, you're right. Not just any cake. They get that big old Sam's Club sheet cake.
Now you know.
And I probably shouldn't have said this right now because my wife is listening. But bruh, I'll be sitting at the kitchen I'll be sitting there in front of that sheet cake, and I just be cutting because there's no accountability. Who's gonna tell me that's too big of a piece? Only my wife can say that. See, it's when I'm alone. It's when I'm surrounded by people hyping me up. Mr. Ezzy, that's too small of a slice. Go on, treat yourself. But you don't know what treat yourself means. All of y'all watching y'all figures getting small piece of cake. Bruh. And the thing about it is, I'm like, bruh, I can really cut whatever size I want and nobody's going to tell me no.
That's the problem. That's the problem when, you know, like when we got quarantined a couple months back too. I was working from home for about 2 months. I lost 15 pounds.
Easy.
But when I get out of the house, that's when you drive down the street and there's all different types of food vendors as far as the eyes can see, J.E. And there's no accountability. There's no one to tell you it's not right to get, you know, the chicken strips and then go to the Shipley's Donuts and cut the donut in half and put the strips inside the donut. There's no one to tell me not to do that.
PD. You
There's
do
no
that?
absolutely. But
Man,
don't tell my
man,
wife.
that sounds great, bro. I might go to my donut shop right there and put something between one of them donuts, bro. I can't. I'm
JE.
not doing it. I'm not doing it. Nope.
There's no one to stop my imagination from running wild with the endless food possibilities. It's gluttony at its highest form, JE, and it's a sin. It
Yeah,
is a sin.
that's probably the main sin that I practice recently. Not recently now, but when I'm at work. You know why?
Why?
Because, bro, when you got a little extra change in your pocket. See, when I was a poor man,
Mm-hmm.
it was a 2 for $2.22 honey buns. See, either way, when I was a poor, I got big like a poor man. I
Mm-hmm.
understand. But man, when you got that extra money, bro, and you look at that menu, see, back in the day, I would look at the menu and be like, dollar menu.
Yeah.
Now you can get meals and get extra size, bro. I can't see. This is what I get from Chick-fil-A. I just can't go to Chick-fil-A. What messed me up was that ain't that bad getting 2 chicken sandwiches and a large fry. That ain't that bad. It don't hurt the pockets. Or getting 1 chicken sandwich and 2 large fries. I said, bruh, sometimes after I eat it, condemnation sits in.
Mm.
I was like, J.E., bro, what you doing, man? I'm like, now you want to talk to me when the sandwich is over? You should have talked to me before I even got in the sandwich. No, you ignored me.
Mm-hmm. There is therefore condemnation when you get multiple chicken sandwiches, JE.
Yeah,
There
it,
is.
there is. And you go to your favorite donut shop and grab a donut too.
That's the part that's tough, man. Like without the accountability, it's just like the combinations that I put together in my mind. Like someone should be there to tell me, don't do that. And there's
No, but
no one.
there's no one. But at the same time, we have to train our wives not to go so extreme, though. Like, I don't mind my wife's accountability, but I can't get nothing. While you're sip, man, I had a nerve to come home and guess what my wife is eating? I just simply asked. I said, you know what? I wouldn't mind getting XYZ. I wanted me a nice little dessert. She
Mhm.
was like, no, it's late. Guess what she was eating?
What?
The chili Fritos and a soda. I said, you telling me no? And I smelled that chili cheese Frito breath all the way over here. Man, bro. But at the same time, bro, I'm at a place in my life, man, where self-accountability must be initiated.
That's right.
Because, bro, there was some moments in my life where I looked myself in the mirror and said, man, you're pitiful. How can you go to 3 different restaurants and put a meal together, bro? You've been there, BD.
I have.
You remember that picture I sent you? With that
Shit.
them golden waffles from Waffle House and that nice slab of chicken from Chick-fil-A.
Boy.
Pray for your coach, man.
Likewise, my brethren.
We're gonna make it.
We're gonna make it.
That's why I'm just gonna have to look at Bojangles and just say, no, devil, not today, Satan.
Not today.
And then tomorrow.
But maybe tomorrow.
But maybe tomorrow, Satan.
We'll revisit this tomorrow, Satan.
Because I'm realistic about my walk with God, bro. When it comes to walking around Bojangles, the devil's gonna get me. It's
just a matter of when.
It's a matter of when. He's going to get me. That's just a battle that I can't fight by myself.
That's why we have our wives. All right. We're going to go ahead and get into the main topic for today's podcast.
Podcast?
Look, you got that fried chicken on the screen. What am I supposed to? I can't focus.
Yeah, man. What did you put between those donuts, BD?
Chicken strips, man. Raisin Canes. Chicken strips. There's a Raisin Canes and then there's a donut shop right.
They know what they're doing, man. It makes me wonder who runs these businesses that's lumped together. They're smart. They know you can't trust these restaurants' desserts. Nobody eats desserts from Bojangles. Oh, yes, we do. Those cinnamon biscuits from
blueberries.
Not the bowberries, the cinnamon ones.
Oh,
I'm the cinnamon and butter ones, BD.
yeah.
Bruh, and you know about the great substitution?
It has been spoken several times on this podcast.
Man, bruh. Pray my strength in the Lord, y'all, Thursday. Pray that I have the abundance of lunch that I need. Pray that none of these parents bring their kids anyway on Thursday.
Meal prep, JE. That's the key.
But meal prep don't taste like Bojangles.
I know. All right. 5 questions to ask while dating is the topic that we're talking about here today. All right. So we've talked about it in the past, talked about how when you are in the dating or courting phase, whatever you prefer to call it, you need to be asking questions. A lot of times people get into relationships and they don't ask questions because, when you're early in a relationship, you got the infatuation going. You want that person to like you. You might have been single. Maybe you've been single for a while and you're just kind of anxious to get in a relationship. But what a lot of times happens is you get into a relationship, then later down the line, you find out major red flags that you could have found out earlier in the relationship had you asked questions while dating. And a lot of you guys have asked us, well, what questions do I need to ask? Well, that's what we're going to answer here today. 5 questions that you need to ask while you're dating. 5 answers that you need to have before you go any further into a serious relationship. Okay. So we have the number 5 thing in no particular order, by the way. But the first one that we're going to talk about is children and family planning. So, obviously this is not the first or second date. All right. This is while you guys have established, okay, I'm fond of you. You're fond of me. We're talking, we're dating, whatever you want to call it. We're trying to build towards something. Okay. So this is not first date questions. Don't ask the guy how many kids he wants on the first date because he's going to run. All right. Vice versa. Maybe the woman might do the same thing. But if you guys are actively dating, actively courting, these are the questions you need to ask. So you need to talk about it. Talk about family planning. Talk about how many kids they want to have. Talk about when they're wanting to have kids, time frame for when they're wanting to have kids. These are questions that you need to ask because these can be issues of contempt if you guys aren't on the same page. If he wants to have a large family and he wants to be the next Duggars and have 17 kids, and you really don't even necessarily need kids, but you might be okay having 1 or 2, then you guys are on 2 completely different wavelengths. And that's going to be an issue if that's something that he wants and if that's something that you want. You need to know these things. You need to know how soon are they trying to have kids. If you're ready to have kids now, and he's cool with getting married, but he wants y'all to enjoy each other's company for 5 years before you even think about kids. And you're like, hey, I'm in my mid-30s. I don't know if that's going to be an option. Well, you guys need to, that's a conversation you guys need to have. Don't wait until you get married and now, hey, let's have this conversation. No, like this is a conversation you want to have before you get married, because that might be a deal breaker for you. And it might not. It might be something you guys can talk through, but have those conversations before you get married. Okay. That's really all I have on that one, JE. I don't know. Yeah, I'll let you elaborate, but have those conversations before you get married.
Yeah, it's very important to really answer this question because you need to know how large you want your family tree to be. Not everybody has the grace to handle all those branches.
That's right.
Not everybody, because your kids are going to have kids and those kids are going to have and that's just realistic. And it's nothing, no person is particularly wrong. If a person just wants 2 kids and someone wants 17, there's someone that's match made for you.
Exactly.
But family planning is important. It doesn't matter how many people say, when are you and your wife going to have kids? Like we're planning wisely. We're planning our steps because Y'all not going to be the one raising them. Y'all not going to be the one feeding them. You're not going to be the ones changing them. And so it's crazy how many people get into relationships, get in compromised situations, and have babies with no plan, and having babies not doing it the right way. Like these kids, it's unfortunate how many kids are raised in homes where there was no plan. That's why I tell men, before you plant seed, put on a ring. Put a ring on it and then get married, then plan whether or not you want to sow seed and then have children. And then all these men want to run away and then have to suffer the consequence, some other man raising your child. And now you feel bad that the kid calls this guy pops, and because you popped away from the relationship. And so you gotta be at a place where you say, okay, what is my family plan? What is my family plan? What is our family plan? How will we raise our children? It's not just how many, but how you plan on raising them. So there's just not just questions of, oh, that's cute, I want the same, or around about the same. No, are we actually financially able to raise that many kids? Do we have a financial stewardship? How much debt are we in? What are our goals? That will determine when we have the children. Because every child should be brought up in a home, not forced to be in a house where two people did not plan accordingly. You know what I'm saying? And so it's just one of those things you really got to think through, because kids deserve to have two parents that are able to focus on them, and not in a place where you're still trying to find yourself, he's still trying to find himself, she's trying to find herself, and the kid's looking for support. It is what it is. And I think you just really got to ask that question, because it's important. Because not all trees, all size trees matter. It don't matter how big you want the tree. If you want the tree to be a small family tree, cool. But you better ask that question. Because if this man wants 17 kids and your uterus, and you like, I don't know if I can handle all that. But there's some women out there that want 17 kids. And then, to walk away, say, it was great knowing you. But I ain't pushing out that many kids.
There you go.
And if a man is talking to a lady and she's like, I want 17 kids, I'm called to be a shaker and a mover. We just can't pick up 17 kids if God is calling me to be a missionary, calling me where I'm a traveling type of person and my company travels. I can't just pick up and go all the time. So great question to ask.
Yeah, and there's sub questions to ask within that category. If you want to get into, how are we gonna discipline our children? Do you believe in spanking, or do you believe in what kind of methods of discipline do you believe in? How much time do you feel is appropriate for them to be watching TV versus doing other thing, extracurricular activity? There's so much to get into there, but and those are as you get deeper and deeper in the relationship. But go ahead.
I have it in my dating prep book right here. I got a section on our family tree. What would you like to see on our family tree? What branches would we like to have on our family tree? And it's talking about your financial branch, your spiritual branch, your creative branch, your integrity branch, your physical health branch. There's a lot of different love branch, emotional, mental health branch. You got to ask, how strong are these different branches in our family? Because kids need to make sure that ain't no branches going to fall on them, that nothing's going to cave in the family. And it talks about I got a lot of good questions here that really help y'all really process when it comes to children. I think I got one right here. It says, how many kids would you like to have and why? I got the card game to go with it. As a family, how will we raise our children? What are your views on disciplined children? You see what I'm saying? It's a lot of questions, man. So this book would be a good resource. And some of these questions that we're talking about today are in the book. And it's very important that you really get deep. Don't just have a surface answer. Like, oh, that's cool. No, get deep. Growth is in the details. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'm glad you pointed it out, because all jokes aside, like that book is a really good resource as far as if you talking about getting married to somebody for the next 60, 70, 80 years of your life, like the trajectory of your life is going to largely have to do with who you choose to join with, to do life with. So it's something that you definitely want to invest in getting information about making sure that you're asking the right questions, making sure that you are filtering out and aligning yourself with the right person. So watching this podcast is a great way to invest in yourself. Buying the book, Dating Prep, is a great way to invest in your future, in the relationship that, you know, you're going to be getting into. So that's definitely a good resource. I'm glad you brought that up, JE. Go ahead.
Also want to add, man, making children is one thing, but raising them. I got questions in here like what would be y'all's family traditions? Because traditions affects children. You know what I'm saying? Like does he like what is Christmas gonna be like? You know, what is summer gonna be like? You know, do y'all go to the beach? Do y'all not do nothing? Is this guy type of guy that didn't grow up with a big family or grew up with too big of a family? And are you used to big family picnics? Like that happened with me and my wife. I grew up in a very, very small, tight-knit family. She grew up in a large family. It took a lot for me to adjust to their traditions.
Yeah.
And then I fell in love with them. I grew in love with them. And now it's like, cool, I want to do that with our children. You see what I'm saying? So family traditions are important. What memories do you want to create? Because money, man, you got to understand, money don't raise kids. Money don't. Kids want memories. They don't want money. Oh, this should do. I loved you. I bought you shoes, didn't I? No. What type of memories do you want to make for your kids? So there's a lot of different questions. A marriage of legacy. What do you want your family to be known for? Because kids, you just can't make them. You got to raise them.
Absolutely. Absolutely. All right. We're going ahead and keep it moving to
But before we do, you got your song ready, BD? You didn't even study your song, get the lyrics. Well, in the meantime, all those people that are watching on the Coach Josh page, unfortunately, we're going to stop here. If you want to hear the rest of the 4 questions, as well as you want to hear that our top 5 beverages, you see what I'm saying? If you want to hear that, top 5 beverages, the link to the full podcast will be below. Let me go ahead and post it in the chat box so that you guys can go right over to the Good Guys page. And if you haven't already subscribed, man, what you doing? What you doing with your life? See what I'm saying?
Missing out.
You're missing out. That's what you're doing. That's what you're really doing. So let me go ahead and post this link for you guys and gals on the Good Guys page or on the Coach Josh page so that you all could go ahead and head on over. Head on. There you go.
In the room.
Oh,
come on in the room. Jesus is my doctor, and he writes out all of my prescriptions.
Prescriptions. You ain't going to the right church. You pronouncing the words wrong. My prescription.
My bad. Yeah. I pronounced the whole word with proper diction. That's not right.
No. With the churches I grew up in, there was no diction.
Okay, gotcha. It gives me all of my medicine in the room.
We'll see y'all over on the Good Guys page. Come on in the room.